You are about to hear evidence of an occurrence involving George Floyd on May 6th, 2019. This evidence is being admitted solely for the limited purpose of showing what effects the ingestion of opioids may or may not have had on the physical well-being of George Floyd. This evidence is not to be used as evidence of the character of George Floyd. Mr. Nelson.
Thank you. Mr. Creighton, by whom are you currently employed?
Your Honor, is there any way that we can, I could hear it a little louder? Could it be a little louder? I'm having difficulty hearing. Sorry about that, sir.
No problem,
I
sir.
just want to make sure I hear all the questions.
Is that better?
Yes, it is.
Okay. By whom are you currently employed?
Right now, I'm currently retired. I'm not employed by anybody.
Prior to your retirement, by whom were you employed?
The City of Minneapolis Police Department.
And how long did you work for the City of Minneapolis Police Department?
28 years.
Can you describe for the jury generally the various roles that you had for the Minneapolis Police Department?
Yes, I will. I started in 1993. I started on the street working as a 911 responder. I did 6 years as a 911 responder, and then I transferred over to public housing for approximately 9 months as public housing officer. And then from there, I went to the 4th Precinct and became a community response team member, involved as a street-level narcotics investigator. I did that for 22 years.
All right. Now, were you on duty on May 6th of 2019?
Yes, I was.
If you had an opportunity to review various police reports and body-worn cameras from an incident on that date?
Yes, I have.
On that date at approximately 4 or just before 5 o'clock p.m., did you execute a traffic stop of a red Ford Explorer?
Yes, I did.
And did you approach the passenger side?
Yes, I did.
Can you describe just very briefly the initial interaction that you had with the passenger of that vehicle?
I approached the vehicle on the passenger side. The passenger window was down. I started giving the individual that was in the passenger seat commands several times. The passenger was unresponsive and non-compliant to my commands. I then had to physically reach in because I wanted to see his hands because I couldn't see his hands. I reached in finally and grabbed his hand to put it up on the dash, and then that individual was taken from the vehicle and handcuffed.
Okay. Did you make any observations as to the passenger's behavior?
Could you repeat that question, sir? I'm sorry.
Did you make any additional observations as to the passenger's behavior?
Yeah, in my mind, his behavior was very nervous, anxious.
I will withdraw that question. In terms of, did you see the passenger do anything physically with his hands?
Yes, he turned away from me towards the driver's seat as continually as I was giving him commands to see his hands.
Did you draw your service weapon?
Yes, I did.
Did you observe the passenger put anything in his mouth?
Can you say that one more time, sir? I'm sorry.
Did you observe the passenger put anything in his mouth?
No, I didn't.
Were you wearing a body-worn camera issued by the City of Minneapolis on that day?
Yes, I was.
And have you had an opportunity to review your body-worn camera prior to today's testimony?
Yes, I have.
Your Honor, based upon the order, I would move to admit and publish Exhibit 1051.
All right. 1051 is received subject to the motion of limine.
If we may publish.
What are you doing? Can you undo your seatbelt, sir? Sir, passenger, can you undo your seatbelt? Go ahead and undo your seatbelt.
Don't shoot me, man. Please, I don't want to get shot.
I don't plan on shooting you. I'm just saying, just take your time.
I ain't never seen him.
Okay, relax. Just undo your seatbelt. Let her take care of her guy. Just keep your hands out where I can see him.
Spit it out.
Hey,
I'm just playing with him. I'm just playing.
let me.
I thought you were playing. Just
Put him on the
don't
dash.
shoot me, sir. Please. Please don't shoot me.
I'm not going to shoot you. Put your hands on the dash.
Okay.
Put your hands on the dash. The last time I'm going to tell you that. It's simple.
I got you.
He keeps moving his hands around.
Yes, sir.
He won't listen to what I have to say.
There you go, right there. All right,
Put your hands on the
Okay.
top of your head.
What y'all doing?
Put him on your head.
Top of your head.
Okay, man.
Open your mouth. Spit out what you got. Spit out what you got. I'm gonna tase you. Spit it out.
I'm out.
He's eating all
Don't you jerk away from me.
No, that was one yellow pill.
Put your hands behind your
That was one yellow pill, boss.
Okay, now slowly come on out.
Damn, man.
Hand on
Now
your
put
head.
your
Hand on your head.
hands underneath your back.
I'm not gonna do anything wrong with that.
Okay, relax then.
I beat up and everything before, man.
You're not going to get beat up or nothing if you just follow what we're asking you to do.
Tell her I apologize to her, man. I apologize, man. I apologize.
Yeah. Here.
Your Honor, may we have a sidebar?
Okay, a quick sidebar. This is the first witness for the defense case in chief. The defense focusing in on the prior arrest of George Floyd from May 6, 2019. This is a former Minneapolis police officer, Scott Crichton, who responded to the scene. They're playing the body cam video from that arrest. Now remember, this is a part of testimony. The defense tried multiple times to convince Judge Cahill to allow into evidence. He denied their request to allow evidence about this 2019 arrest until a few weeks ago. During jury selection, when we were listening to motions in limine, the judge allowed a limited portion in, so let's listen.
Did you subsequently identify the driver of the passenger?
Yes, I did.
And who is that?
Mr. Floyd.
Your Honor, based on the court's ruling, I have no further questions for this witness.